Hey, Kurt here. No, I'm not on safari. We took the kids to the racing zoo, and there he is. There is a rhino behind me. How fantastic. Anyway, on today's drive, we're going to cover recommended apps. It's one of the most common questions I get. Hey Kurt, what app should I install? Before we get into that, a little housekeeping. Last week I ran a 50% off Labor Day sale on Ecommerce Bootcamp, my book, video series, course, whatever you want to call it. A system for making you more money with Shopify and getting you up to speed with e-commerce businesses. If you missed out on that, it's because you're not on my newsletter. Sign up, kurtelster.com. Just Google me, Kurt Elster. And while you're there, you can check out my brand new vanity site. Very proud of it. It's pretty cool. Anyway, back to apps. So, with apps, before I get into the recommendations, I just want to caution you. Don't just go installing apps willy-nilly. It is not uncommon that someone says, Kurt, my store is so slow, and I'm getting these warnings from Google, and I don't know what to do about it. And then when I log into the store and look, they have installed 40 apps. People installing 40 apps, not that unusual, and that's scary, which means there's somebody out there who's got 50 or 60 installed. Anyway, look for apps that serve a purpose, that solve a pain or problem for you. Don't just install them because they seem cool or shiny. And when you do install one, set a reminder for yourself in a week to go back, check out its performance, and decide if you want to keep it. Okay, with that, we'll jump in. I will get in the car and I will tell you my recommended apps that you should consider. Okay, I don't have any must-haves that every single store should have. But I do have some categories of pain or problem that you might want to find an app that works for you to fix, that are pretty universal, work in a lot of stores. So number one, you spend the most money trying to recover visitors to your store, right? If you, let's say you spend 5 times to acquire a new customer versus retaining an old customer, it's pretty expensive to get traffic to your store, right? So that's the first pain or problem that I would try solving with an app. And we could do that with dynamic remarketing. So Shoelace. Shoelace is an app that adds dynamic remarketing ads to Facebook, or in Facebook through Shopify pretty easily. So you can hire somebody to do it, I could do it, or the Shoelace will get you partway, most of the way there, pretty good. So Shoelace for dynamic remarketing ads. Great. Another way we could do it is with abandoned cart emails. So I like Klaviyo for this a lot. I've talked about it before, I love Klaviyo, but it can be, especially for people just starting out, it could be pricey or overkill or intimidating. So a cheaper alternative that integrates right into your Shopify store is Conversio. So it's spelled conversion without the N, formerly called Receiptful. That's a great one. It's got a ton of workflows. It's set it and forget it. I like it. Good starting out. And then as you grow, you could tweak it and decide if maybe you need a different platform. Okay, cool. So now we've got, if someone visits the store, they'll see dynamic ads on Facebook. If they started checkout but didn't finish, they're going to start getting emails from Conversio. And once they convert, Conversio is going to send them lifecycle emails as well. Cool. So third one, this is newish, and I'm pretty excited about it, is Facebook Messenger remarketing. So think of it like abandoned cart, but I was tipped off by a client, Cozy Bump. Check out cozybump.com. It's a pillow for pregnant ladies. I wish I'd gotten one of these when my wife was pregnant last year. She would have killed for this thing. But, all right, I digress. Go to a product page on his site, and you'll notice under the Add to Cart button, he's got a Facebook Messenger thing. And he's got a really clever message he sends. So if someone doesn't buy, they get a Facebook Messenger notification from Cozy Bump that says like, hey, Logan here, I'm the shop owner, just wanted to see if you had any questions. And then if they don't buy, like 24 hours later, sends a second message that says, oh, I just wanted to let you know, wanted to make sure you could get it if you wanted it because we're selling out, which is true. I mean, this thing It's very impressive business. So not deceitful in any way. So bam, right there. 3 apps, none, all 3 solving what you might think is kind of the same pain or problem. But all 3 are going to do different things, help recover visitors and turn them into customers. All right. So the other way is, that one works well those three work well for someone who visits the site and disappears. Well, what if instead we focus on not trying to get people back to the store, but getting them to make a decision while they're on the store? So that's where you want to look for apps that add urgency or scarcity or both. So urgency and scarcity force people to make decisions. If I just look at a site, I see an item, I can always come back and buy it later, unless I think it's not going to be there. So that's where it's nice to have like limited sale windows. So like a countdown timer that has hey, hurry, the sale ends. And you'll see those on big popular sites. We'll sometimes do this. BustedTees.com does this all the time. All posters. I just bought some posters. All posters does it. So the timer's to force you to be like, oh, I'm going to miss out. I need to make a decision now, as opposed to putting it off and waiting and then forgetting about it. So, or have a countdown that shows, like, when your inventory gets low, display the low inventory. That could be done as a theme customization, or actually our second Shopify app does this. It's called While Supplies Last. Our other Shopify app, Crowdfunder, which was just a featured app in Shopify this week in the App Store, which is very exciting, adds a progress bar for a pre-sale, like a Kickstarter campaign, and a countdown timer to when the pre-sale ends. So like that's to demonstrate urgency, scarcity, social proof, all that good stuff. So that's the kind of apps you want to look for and add that will force people to make a decision. So those are those two categories. Then the third is provide a better customer experience, and certainly Conversio or any Klaviyo or anything that's doing lifecycle emails is going to do that. It's going to add better customer service, those touch points where customers have a chance to reach out. Adding an FAQ, you don't need an app for that. I think that would help. But if you wanted to add like tab product descriptions or a fancier FAQ, I'm sure somebody's selling an app to do it. Or live chat. Here's an app that's perfect for live chat. Facebook Messenger. It's free. It's a channel built into your Shopify admin. So go look under channels, add a new one, Facebook Messenger. Boom. Now people can get their order notifications in Facebook Messenger so they don't miss it. They can reach out to you. You can use it as live chat. So there you go. And Shopify's own Kit CRM. Very cool if you want to start experimenting with chatbots a little bit. ManyChat, if you want to build your own chatbot to work in Facebook Messenger. There you go. And I like those for customer service, where you could kind of do like a choose your own adventure type deal. All right. I threw a lot at you there. I will try to remember it and put this stuff into the show notes, but I am headed into the gas station to get some gas. Let's see if I can not get T-boned here. Alrighty. So we're coming up on Black Friday. I'm excited about it. You should be excited about it. It's a great opportunity, but you want to make the most of it, make the best of it. Certainly, heed my advice. Try and get that store polished up. And if you want to work with me, I'm happy to help. Check out ethercycle.com/apply. You can apply to work with me on your next project. We can help with the Facebook ads we mentioned, email marketing, conversion rate optimization, or even just give you a plan and feedback on how your store looks and works currently. Whatever you want to do. Or, you know what, you don't want to pay me? That's fine. I got all kinds of free resources in these videos, blog posts, my email newsletter, kurtelster.com. So check that stuff out. Comment below if you have questions. I am always happy to help. And let's get those stores ready so we have the best Black Friday ever. That's what we're going to be talking about for the next month and a half. But got about 80 days left, so let's make it as good as we can get it.